you were negotiating with Senators Kerry and Lieberman on energy, one of your concerns toward the end of those talks was that it was also being pitted against immigration, and the political posturing on the two was going to jeopardize perhaps both issues that you were involved in. Do you feel like what's happening in the Gulf now brings sort of a fresh start to have a bipartisan agreement on energy?
That's a good, Harry Reid is not responsible for what happened in the Gulf. And BP is responsible for what happened in the Gulf. It's made the construct that we created much harder to sell. I have nothing but great respect for Senator Kerry and Lieberman, and I'm going to continue to work with them and people like Senator Lugar to find a pathway forward. But he doesn't have any drilling in his bill, right? Probably smart. Right now, it'd be a very tough lift to get over 50 votes, 60 votes to expand drilling. Now, when gas hits $4 a gallon, which it will one day, people are going to be clamoring over themselves to come up with what do we do about gas prices. He gives you a thoughtful way forward. The Kerry-Lieberman bill has changed in terms of the drilling provisions. What I tried to do as a Republican says if you'll give me EPA preemption, a renaissance of nuclear power, and expand domestic exploration for oil and gas, I'll agree to put a price on carbon. And we did it sectorally. The transportation side was different than Waxman-Markey. At no fault to anyone, we have a major spill in the Gulf, and it'd be very hard for Lindsey Graham to go back to South Carolina and say, let's expand drilling in this environment. I want to know what the hell happened. I want to make sure it doesn't happen again. I want the people of South Carolina to have the option one day to expand drilling off our coast if they choose, but I'm not going to put that on the table to understand what happened with this oil spill and make sure we don't do it again. At the end of the day, our dependency on foreign oil is growing over time, not lessening. And if we can find more oil here safely and responsibly and natural gas, then we become a safer nation over time because we're less dependent on foreign sources of oil and gas. So it's a concept that makes sense, but I'm not going to take a vote on the floor at a time where I cannot get a rational policy because we're in the middle of a spill. So that's what did it as much as anything else. And Senator Lugar doesn't have oil drilling. He doesn't have cap and trade, but he's got a plan that if you care about carbon emissions, take a look at it. If you really care about the pollution caused by carbon, this is a practical approach that helps get us started. A 20% reduction by 2030 is nothing to sneeze at. If you care about reducing foreign oil dependency, it reduces our foreign oil dependency by 40% by 2030. Cap and trade did nothing on the transportation side. Cap and trade is about pollution. What you want to do on the transportation side is change our behavior. The CAFE standards require companies to build more efficient cars. That's how you become energy independent. You build battery powered cars, hydrogen-powered cars. You build cars that use natural gas, use energy sources other than foreign oil, and quite frankly, he's been able to achieve energy independence at a greater amount over time than the cap and trade bills. So he's able to reduce emissions, break our dependency on foreign oil without having to drill, and without having to get in this cap and trade vote. That's why I'm standing with him. It's a pretty creative approach. There's other things we can do and I would consider doing, but this gets the game started. What I don't want to do is leave the Congress this year having done nothing. This has a chance, I think, to get 60 votes better than any proposal I've seen.
Thank you, Senator.
Thank you.